Hey everyone, this is Mike,
Hey, and this is Josh.
and it is Friday the 13th, and we are real dead, and we're real excited about what we just saw, Josh, just a few moments ago.
Yes, we just got done watching Never Hike Alone 2, and this is something that we've been excited about, but like we kind of just realized it was coming up. We knew about it, but then we kind of forgot about it. And then we're like, oh crap, this is coming up. And it's from Wampum Stompum Studios, if I'm not right, if I'm right. Um, and we just watched the movie, and to me, two thumbs up. I enjoyed this. This fan film is really good. I think literally me and Mike were talking before we started recording. This for this series, the three movies, Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow, and Never Hike Alone 2. This has to be one of the best versions of Jason ever. Like ever. It's gotta
Yeah,
be.
this Jason, Josh, he's just, excuse my language in here, man, he's just a badass.
Yes.
This Jason has got me just totally blown away with I'm pulling for Jason in a way. I know you want to see the character, you kind of hope he dies at the end of it, but if you're a fan of Jason, I mean, the actor whoever played him, the sound of him walking and how they hype that up, the sound of him stepping and stomping and walking, and he's just a badass, man. There's this is kind of the non-spoiler at the beginning. It's one of my favorite Jason interpretations I've seen of it, even including the big studio versions. I mean, he's just a badass.
This is a very good take on Jason, in my opinion. This is Zombie Jason. If you didn't know that, this is Zombie Jason. This series of movies takes, I don't think this is a spoiler, but this takes place after Friday the 13th Part 6. This is like a direct sequel from, I would say, 1 all the way to 6 happened, and then this is the direct sequel to 6. Like in that line of movies, which I like. I like it a lot, actually. They mention things in this. They actually show the blue. I don't know if this is a spoiler, probably not. But they do show the blue mask again in this. They showed it in a previous movie from 5. I like this is one thing that I was talking to Michelle about. How do they get away with making a movie about Jason when they don't own the property?
I think I'd read somewhere before, and if you guys watch this, you can tell us. I think they set up an LLC company, and they can't make a profit off of it. So they say in the thing that this is just a fan film. They can't show that they're making money off of it, and it's just enough to make, fun. I mean, they took funding in to make it, but I think that's how they do it. So they can't get sued, and they can't.
Right.
They can't take everything they own.
Well, I noticed Jason doesn't have the normal markings on his mask. He doesn't have those red triangles and the dashes. So I was wondering, well, maybe that had something to play into it, like it was a little bit different. You know what I mean, too? I don't know.
They make so many references to some of the older movies and stuff that you know what it is. I mean, if a big studio wanted to say something, they probably could hit them with it. But this movie is 1 hour and 13 minutes long. The director is Vincent DeSanti, who has done an incredible job with this. He was I think the writer and director for this. You have the stars was Tom Matthews, Douglas Tate, and Dave McRae. So I'm really blown away with.
Yeah.
For this being a fan film and probably a couple $100,000 to make it. I don't know what the total dollar amount was to make it. They did an incredible job. When you see some of these movies and they got, $50 million, $100 million to make a movie, and for what they can do for this, I don't even think it's fair calling it a fan film. I mean, it's high quality stuff for what they're putting out there. And I liked Tom Matthews with Tommy Jarvis. I thought he did a great job in this movie.
Yes, definitely. And also what I like about it is they try to make Jason scary again and menacing, and they do, in my opinion.
Hmm.
We had a couple jump scares, me and my wife. I'll talk about it more in the spoiler section, but he made me jump. I watched part 6, part 5, part 4. I never jumped once. Part 3, never. You know what I mean? Like it definitely is it's very good. It's very, very good in my opinion. I like it. And do you want to get into spoilers, Mike, now?
Yeah, you want to give us a rating prior to going to that?
Okay, yeah, rating 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give this, dude. I'm giving it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Dude, you and I are thinking way too much alike because I was going to give it a 7 as well. And I just recently gave some of the original Friday the 13th lower scores than that.
Right.
I really enjoy this, and I can't imagine what the director here could do if he had a ton of money to be able to do a film, to be able to write this, put it together. And I'm baffled that a fan film can be this good.
Right.
You know, is it the greatest horror movie of all time? No, but for a movie considered a fan film without big companies sponsoring them, I thought it was very well done. You know, the scenes in the hospital, you know, the woods, I just liked it. I really did like it.
I like it all too. I think it had good locations, and it did take place at Camp Crystal Lake, which I like as well, which some of these other movies didn't. You know what I mean? So let's get into spoilers, Mike. What
spoiler section.
Spoiler section. Turn it off if you haven't seen Never Hike Alone 2 yet.
And go watch it. It's free on YouTube.
This has one of the best kills I've ever seen in a Jason movie ever. I mean, ever. Me and my wife were like, what? Like, whoa. He takes this guy, I can't remember his name. He's the sheriff. He's the guy that says, he says, "You bang." And he hit him in that right here with an axe. Jason takes his fist and just slams it right on his head, splits it like a melon, man, explodes it. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it, Mike?
And what the scene before that was the sheriff who I you know, I'd be honest with you, I didn't like his character in the movie, but I mean, you know, he played in an original Friday 13th years ago. I can't remember number 6.
Number 6.
But he's, you know, thinking Tommy Jarvis is the killer all the time. He comes out shooting, da bang, da bang, da bang, da bang, da bang, you know, shooting Jason, and Jason's just like taking these shots and keep walking at him. Takes a shot point blank in the mask or the head or in the neck or somewhere
underneath the jaw.
And at the very end, he comes up through there and shoots him up through the draw.
Yeah, bang.
And he just comes right straight down like bam, like that, and his head just the scene from the backside, you hear it go like a watermelon.
Yeah,
and you can see part of it hanging out like. Damn, that was hardcore.
Incredible. And also I loved that when they were in the hospital, they got the footage from the cops' body cams. That was so cool and inventive. I've never seen that like in a horror movie. It was awesome. That was an awesome part too. And he was killing these cops, and you could see it from their point of view, which was so cool. That was awesome. Also, they had several cool fake outs in this. They weren't stupid. When Jason breaks the glass and goes after the guy, I thought he was done for, but it was all a dream. Like I was like, oh God, I like this character. He's gonna die, you know. So I will preface this. This movie is a prequel, a little bit, to Never Hike Alone 1. It's basically the same timeline as that movie. This movie is happening as that movie's happening, but then goes further past it. And Never Hike in the Snow happens before this all. So Never Hike in the Snow is the first movie technically in the series. And then you'd have Never Hike. Then you'd have like part of this one, and then Never Hike Alone, and then the rest of this movie. That makes sense. I was a little confused. I was like, wait, what's going on here? But I think
you saw the main character. He runs out. They're in the woods, and there's people camping. And Jason comes and takes care of both of them, the guy and the girl. And it's pretty cool how the girl opens up the thing and he's got his head right there.
Yeah,
showing her.
I liked it where they showed the guy that's the YouTuber, and he's like,
he was laying
I'm
down
out here camping. and then all of a sudden you see Jason in the background, and then when he turns around, Jason just moves behind a tree. It's just
Yeah.
like, that's cool. Like, he's just moving. It's not like he
the old,
disappeared.
it's the old Halloween, the whole Halloween thing there, Josh, where you don't have to be just move him in the background. It scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, it was good. He also had a jump scare kill when he killed this like cop woman. He stabbed her through the neck with an arrow. I didn't expect that at all.
What
Like,
about
he
the
was in
sickle
back-
kill? The sickle kills. I hadn't seen a sickle used, and damn, he threw a sickle and went in the back of a guy. I mean, one of the I think it was a paramedic, wasn't it, or security?
The nurse lady, he cut her belly wide open,
and all of her guts and stuff came out.
Damn, dude, this was it was great, Mike. It was
if you're a fan of Jason, you're gonna love this Jason because he was a badass. And at first I was like, well, all the sound of him walking and stuff, but the more it happened, the more I liked it. I mean, I was like, wow.
I've always that's been that way since through all the movies.
Yeah, and they always overemphasize him walking.
I love that. I absolutely love that because it's like, wow, this guy is something to be feared.
So let's talk about the cinematography of it. It's actually really shot well.
Yeah,
the drone shots from above at the beginning, the countryside, the lake, the shot. I mean, the very first 5 minutes, we've seen that in the trailer, previously that's released on it. So great with a young Tommy Jarvis there and him coming out of the water and he's fishing on the end of the pier. That's all great. And a lot of people have seen that in trailers before, but that first 5 minutes, man, it reels you in on this story.
Very good. I mean, even though that was in the trailer, and see, that's what's good about this trailer. I don't think they gave too much away.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
I didn't know the guy from Never Hike Alone was going to be in this movie, and that was a surprise to me, and I really like that.
Yep. So some of the big dogs need to learn from this, aka Exorcist. Don't show the whole movie in your trailer, right?
Blumhouse.
Yeah, Blumhouse. I mean, geez. So on any other like really good kills you like, Josh? I mean,
I like when he's just throwing axes at people. I thought that was cool. I like when I really like that there was like a team up at the end between like the woman that her son was killed by Jason and Never Hike in the Snow.
Was it and then Diana, the victim? What was her last name? Hill maybe, or what was her last name?
And then I don't know, but then the victim, the guy that didn't die, but he was attacked by Jason and Never Hike Alone, and then of course you have Tommy Jarvis, and I like that those three teamed up. Oh, and I love that Jason uses different weapons and not just a machete. I love that.
Well, I love the callback on this to the original.
Oh, with the arrows.
The arrow scene when I saw the arrows, and then Tommy Jarvis got shot twice with the arrows, and I was like, "Yep, that's a callback to number one."
Yeah, I love that he uses those arrows as weapons. I think that's awesome. I mean, we should talk about the ending real quick, Mike. We don't want this to go too long.
Right.
The ending is I don't know if I don't know what they plan on doing with it, but they do end up decapitating Jason. His head is completely cut off. They do destroy the mother's head. The mother's head gets destroyed in there.
Actually, Jason's the one that does that. That was a good twist. I like that. I kind of thought that. I said, well, that was one thing. Maybe if there was a kind of a downer to me, I didn't think the head looked that great. That's the only thing I can really think of major that I didn't think it was like, who knows what it's going to look like 40 years later, though, right?
Right.
But Jason misses misses and hits his own mother's head,
right?
Destroys it, and then Tommy Jarvis picks up the machete,
cuts his head
chops
off.
Jason's head off, and it goes into the water, the lake, and then his body falls in the lake.
Right. The cool part I liked is after he got shot a bunch, he went and jumped in the lake. Is that like healing him, Mike? Is that what that was trying to tell me?
I don't know. Me and my wife were watching it, and I said, you know what? That's a cool take on this, because I took it that was his way of getting from point A to point B quickly. I love the way he just walked off the pier and just went boom straight down and I took it he kept walking across the lake to get to the other side. So I started thinking about all that. We saw the one Friday the 13th where he used the underground tunnels. What if Jason's been using the water all along to go from one side of the lake to the other, just walk straight across? And me and my wife were like, oh, well, dang, that's the reason why he can get there so quick. He can just walk underneath the water.
Well, I thought like maybe the water heals him too because he got all shot up and
Yeah.
hurt. And I thought, and then because at the end of the movie, the very end, they show Jason's body decapitated, but then they show the head breathing. So
Yeah, if
that's
he's supposed to be a zombie, you can't really kill him though, right?
right. But that's why I think that maybe the water has healing properties for him.
Maybe it does.
So, but
I paid a lot of money when I went up there and visited that for that little thing of water. Maybe it does.
Right. So, but I think it's great. See it, watch it, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, Mike, where else to go?
Facebook, Real Dead Horror Community. Hey, we're small starting out, but come over and hang with us. We talk about nothing horror collectibles. Definitely check out this series. Definitely worth it. Hey, 2 fan films here recently, Dylan's Nightmare and this, both have been excellent in my opinion.
Knocked it out of the park.
All right, Josh, you have a good one, man.
See ya. Bye.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.